poly relationships. What are they? Can they work? Who knows? This lady, I'm going to do a little viewing of a video here from Polyphemery. Polyphemery. That's kind of a cute little term she's got for herself there. This is the story of how she found herself in a quad. Let's see what she gets herself into.
Of how I found myself in a polyamorous quad without previously being polyamorous. A lot of the ways that
I will note right off the bat now, boys and girls, she has 3 of the telltale signs of a woman who would be interested in this sort of thing, among many other devious acts of a questionable nature. Not that she may be, I'm just saying. There seems to be a general line that they seem to follow. Now, those 3 things would be visible facial piercings going on there. She got the nose, several on the nose there. Got the ear. She got visible tattoos and some multicolored hair. The 3 telltale signs of a woman who's going to be doing some wild things. And you know that's the truth.
started out were extremely problematic. We have learned so much since we first started this relationship. Our dynamics have changed exponentially and will continue to change because that's just life. My husband and I have been married for a few years. We were watching a show called Shameless, great show, highly recommend, and there was a throuple in it. It's a 3-person.
And ladies, I want to take a moment again, everyone has their style choices, of course, but the eyelashes here, no, just please, no, please, no.
Person relationship, and that started a conversation about us exploring outside of our relationship physically in order for me to explore my sexuality a little bit more and for us to just be able to connect and like go out and have fun together. We started out looking.
Now you see, a woman's supposed need to explore her sexual side. For most people, that would signify the end of the relationship now, wouldn't it? They don't often want to hear about their wife or their girlfriend. Say, hey, I'm thinking about getting boinked by some other gentleman tonight. What do you think about that? Hey, great, honey. I'll be watching the game. Not hardly.
For another woman, we very quickly realized that single women are not very common in the swinging community. So after that, we started to explore couples a little bit. My husband and I were in the lifestyle for about 6 months. We had a few experiences.
So now, they were looking for a woman to partake in the pleasures with them. And when that became too difficult, they lowered the standard. You see, they lowered the standard. They didn't get what they wanted, so they thought, well, we need to lower the standard, and that is jumping far and wide. Getting kind of wild right off the bat with that. Because you're going, I'm looking for a woman to, hey, let's go get them hot dogs thrown at me.
And then we met Tyler and Alicia, and they had.
And I suspect many of you will have your suspicions about whether that was this fine lady's intent all along. Do I need to get the doubtful eye, the dubious eye coming around there? Yeah, we're all thinking it.
Had been in the lifestyle previously, before kids. Traditionally, my husband and I had only seen people together, but this was our first experience of actually swapping and being in separate spaces because that's what Tyler and Alicia were comfortable with. So we were going to meet them halfway for dinner. Well, my best friend bought my husband and I tickets to this event at the last minute as a surprise. And it's a thing in the lifestyle that people are really flaky, and we didn't want to lose this connection because we really enjoyed talking to them. So we messaged them and we're like, I want to make this happen, but this thing came up and my best friend spent money on it and he couldn't get his money back and it was a whole thing. So anyways, they said, can we come? Can we still buy tickets? Can we come and we'll book a room for the night? So that's what they ended up doing. They came to the event with us. It was a blast. We had so much fun. We ended up spending that night together. And by spending the night together, I mean going back, having some separate time. And then when it was time for bed, we went back.
So now they have consummated the swapping scenario. Another couple comes in, husband goes with the wife, wife goes with the other husband, and bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, behind the closed doors here. And that is their intro into the lifestyle after failing to procure a woman for themselves.
Back to our original partners. We continue.
Now, I will say, again, this is going to be problematic for most people right off the bat. So it's a somewhat of an unusual lifestyle, but I must say it is an increasingly common occurrence that I see. You will find these, and I have my story about that for many other reasons on it. I won't bog this video down with them. Maybe I'll make a separate one on why women are becoming increasingly polyamorous.
Continued talking eventually in 2 separate group chats, so one in text message and one via Snapchat, so that everybody was involved in the conversation. Obviously, eventually we realized that that's not great for us building our individual relationships, and so we moved to just private conversation. That was after we identified that,
also known as the jealousy, set in when they had their private chats with the other man or woman. They go and going to your husband, what are you saying to her? What are you doing? What are you saying to her? Whoa, what are you saying to him? Okay, no more private chats. Everyone get in here.
we'd been talking for a while. We kept making plans. Like each weekend we'd see each other. We'd want more and more and more. We'd get off work and go just for a 12-hour round trip if we could, just to see them. And at one point, Alicia had identified, I feel like you're my boyfriend. And so that started a conversation of, are we dating? What does this look like? Is this a possibility? There's so much more after that. So many conversations that started one way and ended another. There were so many conversations.
Now, my take on it, of course, is that women seeking this kind of lifestyle do not really respect their husbands if you are looking for a side man to have. I just don't think they do. Now, opinions may differ, but from what I have seen, women who are seeking out this type of relationship simply do not get what they want from the one man, but they get enough assurance and provision from their provider that they keep them around, but they convince the man of, oh, hey, I need another fella to, let's go have some fun. Now, I said I wouldn't get into the side rant, so I'm doing a little bit of that, some insight into this nonsense
that are so far from what our reality is now. It just felt right, and I knew that we were on a path to something so much bigger than how it started. It's just one of those things where we indulged in what our heart was telling us and our brain followed suit, and it took a long time. And in the beginning, Sean and I had this conversation that was like, I see how people end up in polyamorous relationships. I see why polyamory is appealing. But for me, like, I just don't think that it's something that I would want for myself. And here we are.
Now, that's her story, how she got in there. You can think of it what you will. I'm going to read some of the comments here. I did this and my husband left me for the wife of the other couple. Oh, well, that's probably what most people would imagine happens during these kind of dynamics. We were poly for a few years. I absolutely loved it, and I don't regret it at all. I have my partner because of poly. Oh, I don't know if I could ever go back to it, but I will never be a closed book. Yeah. Thank you for explaining how your dynamic started. There are so many misconceptions within polyamorous relationships. Well, that clears it up, does it? That clears it right up. We get no real people. My husband and I do full swapping. I'm saying it, okay? Women, no man wants to find himself in this kind of situation. He may put up with it. He may accept it for a little bit because that's all he can get. And he can't tell the woman, no, I don't want you doing that. Because she'd say, well, I don't need you, do I? And he thinks, oh, God, she's going to realize she doesn't need me. So it begins this process of making concessions for the woman that he actually doesn't want to do, but he's too weak to put a stop to it. And that is why I end off on this. What do you people take on it? Let's find out. Let's find out. Write it in the bottom. You know what to do with it. Do I need to tell you what to do? Do I really need to tell you where to type some crap about this nonsense? Come on now. I got better things to do. Not really. Go ahead. Send me something.